Hello there everyone, welcome back to another video about a children's trading card game. Today it is another Battle Spirits Saga video. I'm going to be discussing the competitive circuit. So if obviously you're interested in Battle Spirits Saga, if you're interested in competitive content, you should like the video and subscribe to the channel for more of that. Let's go ahead and get started with basically me explaining what I'm going to be talking about. So essentially, I don't know why I just did that. What I'm going to be discussing here is a breakdown of how the season's going to work, what all the different event categories are that matter in terms of the actual circuit, what the end goal is, and maybe some strategies and metagaming that might help. That sort of stuff at the end is very, I don't know if that's really going to matter, but obviously every little advantage does help. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So, I'm sure many of you will be familiar with the Grand Opens as sort of an idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you the yearly event schedule, because I think this will be a better explanation of exactly what you can expect. So, this is a breakdown of the different types of events that will be occurring, as well as the product releases. And I have some speculation here that I'm pretty confident on. So, we saw in March we had the launch event, and I don't know why it says Grand Open and Pro Tour in March. Obviously, this didn't happen. Whoever designed this was not very consistent, but whatever. It is what it is. Let's zoom in a little bit here. So, April was the release of BSS01, as well as the beginning as well as the store release events. Shoutouts to my store, who has still not got their product. Okay, so then from May, which is the month we are in now, we begin the store tournaments and the Grand Open and the Pro Tour season. The store tournaments are where you will be getting these exclusive promo cards, which are looking to be very, very important. In particular, they're going to be very, very important for white, for red, and for yellow. White and yellow probably have the best promos. Red has a pretty good one and one that's not so useful, and purple has two very, very bad ones. I expect to see purple to be worse after these promo drops, just due to the fact they're not getting an increase in power level and everyone else is. And to be fair, I also already thought purple was the worst color of the game. So, it is what it is. Anyway, so that's what the store tournament season is. You can see you have a 2-month store championship season commencing the month after each set release. I believe this will be basically saying that we will be getting a new promo set after each one of these. That makes the most sense. And then you can see in the Grand Opens, we have 3 Grand Opens per month, 1 in America, 1 in Europe, and then 1 in either Oceania or Latin America. Then, in the month after the Grand Open season finishes, we have the Pro Tour for that set. So you can see the set 1 Pro Tour is in July, or is it? Now here's my speculation. I am quite confident that Bandai knows that everyone gets sick of a format near the end. And I'm also quite confident that Bandai knows that the #1 target of players who are going to whale out on product before a major tournament are the players who will be attending the Pro Tour. So and of course from a viewer perspective, it's much more exciting to see a new format, but to be perfectly honest, I don't know that Bandai really cares about that much. Battle Spirit Saga is a kind of awful spectator game to watch, so I don't know that this would really meaningfully impact viewership, but anyway, I am pretty sure that the July North America Pro Tour will be in the BSS02 format, and in fact I think it'll probably be a week or maybe 2 weeks after that set drops, hopefully at least 2, because I just think that Bandai are really going to want to capitalize on people just having to figure shit out. In fact, it would not surprise me if it was the release weekend of BSS02, and we had the whole set maybe 2 or 3 weeks before the set released, and it was just like, good luck, get cooking. I really wouldn't be surprised. And we see this, basically the cycle repeat. August and September have the Grand Opens for the BSS02 set, and then it looks like October in the EU Pro Tour will be BSS03, although of course again it could be BSS02. I just think that it is much more likely that they're going to be doing the next set. And then we have the set 3 Pro Tours and set 3 Grand Opens going into the final NA Pro Tour, which leads to the World Championship. Now, we see here that we have set 4 scheduled for late January. I think that is very unlikely. I think worlds will be in the set 4 format. I just think that Bandai are not going to want to give up on the opportunity to milk more money out of the players, especially with how large the prize pools for worlds are going to be. Maybe I'm just being very, very cynical here. I just think that that is the most likely thing, because after set 1, I think everyone has realized that singles are the play and let stores take on all the risk from buying sealed product. Right, so now that we understand how this is going to work, we can talk about the season in a little bit more detail. So start with the grand opens, okay? So these are the entry-level competitive event, right, in terms of premier events, right? They're a step above store events, and each one is going to have a grand total of $25,000 of cash prizing. So I think the thing to say here is that's actually not that much. Obviously, it's significant, but what I mean is, outside of the top 4, I guess the top 8, right? Outside of the top 8, you're probably basically just getting a refund for how much you spent to get there. You know, it depends on where you're going, right? But what this really does mean is it's very, very unlikely that someone from Europe is going to travel to America for a grand open. It's very unlikely that someone from America is going to travel to Europe for a grand open, and for Oceania and Latin America, it's the same thing. I guess America and Latin America are relatively likely due to the close proximity of those regions, but the rest, not super likely. So what that means is the grand opens are very likely to be quite insular to your region, which I suppose is good in terms of making sure that players from each region are able to qualify. But of course, if it means you're a sweaty competitive player who just wants to go to every single one, that does suck a little bit. But yeah, just something worth saying. Don't expect, unless you get top 4, basically, to make any money back, to make a profit at all. No, like if you make your money back on getting there, you've got your Pro Tour invite, you've got it for free, essentially, you've earned it, great job. For top 32, you'll be getting $250, that's the spoiler, the amount you need to make it to the Pro Tour, and $250 most of the time, if it's an event in your country, should at least be reimbursing or in your region, should at least be reimbursing your transport costs. Maybe not your hotel, but at least your transport. And if you do a little bit better, then you should get that too. Okay, so let's have a look at the other pricing. There's quite a lot here. Now, I believe I might have already discussed some of this previously, but the main thing we need to see here is, obviously, you're getting your usual participation, and you're getting these event packs. These are the same event packs that we've been seeing all the way back in the launch event, so none of this is very special. The only new stuff here that matters, top 32, you're still getting the finalist card set, and you are getting your Pro Tour invite. Top 16, it's the same, but you are getting this lovely playmat. I think this is really, really nice, and I want to get one of these. That's my primary motivation, honestly, for going to any grand opens. Top 4, you're still getting the deck box, and then the finalist card is this lovely looking Seagull Nova. It looks fantastic. My understanding, by the way, is Japanese Battle Spirits players are really, really, really excited about these English exclusive Saga artworks. So if you are looking to sell these to make money, do it in Japan. Do it to a Japanese player. Don't bother trying to get rid of this in English. It does not have the player base here. Japan is where you're going to find the real rails who are going to go ham. And of course, if you get first place, you get a metal soul core, and you get this lovely looking winner mat with all of the 6 colors on it, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. So that's the entry level. So this is, it's not super exciting. It's the standard thing. And if we go to the most recent event now, so I'll talk about this more in a little bit, but there was a Pro Tour a Grand Open this last weekend in Palm Springs, and there were 130 players. A X3 player qualified for the Pro Tour, and invites passed down, right, because they want to cap out the Pro Tour. So I don't think qualifying for Pro Tour is going to be something that's particularly difficult. If you put in even the bare minimum amount of time of testing, and you grind and you go to both Pro Tours in your region if they're available, or if it's one that's later on in the season and a lot of players have already qualified, you're going to see these getting passed down to players in the 40s, 50s, even 60s potentially. I would not worry. I think it's very, very likely that you are going to qualify if you've put in sort of the bare minimum amount of effort for testing. You understand the meta, you should be fine. So I think that's quite nice. Getting to the Pro Tour doesn't seem to be an overwhelmingly difficult hurdle. Now, of course, I'm saying this, I'm not going to be able to go probably until very late in the year. The EU season, I imagine, like late set 2 is probably the best time I'm going to be able to go, just because I am not going to be in the country. I'm literally not going to be available to go to these tournaments, so obviously that sucks for me. I'm basically skipping out on the entire set 1 format, so it is what it is. But anyway, Let's now talk about the Pro Tours. So this is the rather more exciting one of these. So the cash prizing for each Pro Tour is $100,000, and now we are talking about significant sums of money here. Winning a Pro Tour is a big deal. If you get top 64 at the Pro Tour, so you're getting $500. Top 32, you're getting $750. Top 16, you're getting $1,500. $3,000 for top 8. $6,500 for top 4. $10,000 for second, and $25,000 for first place. These are excellent prizing. And something that is very, very nice here as well is if you're in this top 32, this is what you need to qualify for Worlds. You're getting $750. So again, you are getting that refund for realistically what it cost you to get to your Pro Tour. You're getting that back. So it's free, essentially. You've been able to travel, you've been able to have the experience, and you've been able to qualify for Worlds for free. So I do like that it seems to be even somewhat intentional. So what's the pricing? Well, the champion, the pricing of the Pro Tours is great. So I will say these have been scheduled, but like we don't really know much about them. We just know that there's one in America in July/August, and the fact that it's July to August to me basically guarantees it's going to be set to format. Then December for the final Pro Tour, and then October for Europe. And we'll take a look at the product release schedule in a moment as well, just to confirm that. But anyway, so what do you get? So there's this X-Rare Special Pack Volume 1. So what is this? This is alternate arts for every X-Rare in Set 1. And this is also another reason why sorry about that, why I strongly believe that we'll be getting a total refresh on what you're getting in each Pro Tour season, because I do think it would be strange to not have this refreshed for Set 2 when the Set 2 season starts, and for Set 3 when the Set 3 season starts, but potentially we'll just be stuck with this for the entire time, in which case, if you get these and you don't want to keep them, I would sell them ASAP after that first Pro Tour. But anyway, Seaguam Nova, God, this artwork looks incredible. Gigano Rex, again, outstanding. Thunderleon looks amazing. Maduke looks fantastic. Oh my God, this Cursed Dragon, I want this. I want this so bad. The alt art, although, already goes so hard that I will prioritize the alt art, I suppose, but damn, this looks good. Nemesis looks real good. Derm Dyna looks nice as hell. Turborex looks fantastic, although this looks the most similar to the original artwork, I think. Enterprise, man, this looks good. Of course, Michaela, a actual good artwork, finally, an alternative artwork that looks decent. Godbeast Behemoth looks amazing, and Wonderland Alice looks fantastic as well. So a really, really nice set of alternate arts here. And the finalist set, the X-Ray Special Pack set, is basically just the same thing. It's all of them, right? So for participation, you're getting 2 of these packs. You get 1 card per pack. So you're getting 2 of these alternate X-Rays plus Pro Tour sleeves. If you make top 64, you're also getting a set of them, right? So as long as you've basically finished in the top third of players, you're getting a whole set of the X-Rays plus 2 bonus ones. So that's going to be, I think, a really nice source of income. That's probably where most of your money is going to be coming from to fund your Worlds trip if you make top 32. But from top 64, this is going to be your major source of prizing, and you're probably going to be quite happy with the amount you walk away with. Top 32 are getting the January North America World Championship invite. So I guess confirmed January 2023, which obviously I think if we look on the yearly event schedule, they had it in late Jan to early Feb. So maybe this is indicating more. I think we might have the date already. But anyway, you get the 2 of the extra special pack set. You get 2 of the pack, and you get 2 of the set. So you actually get 2 full sets of them. So you're getting a large quantity of these X-Rays, right? So they're going to be, you're going to be happy. And then of course you get these sleeves. If you get top 16, you get the deck box that was limited to top 4. You get 2 of the sets, 2 of the packs, 1 of the sleeves, and you get the invite to the Pro Tour. Top 4, you get the same things, but you get 3 of the full sets, though of course at this point you're probably much more happy about the prize money you're getting. Top 2, you're getting the Champion Soul Core. If you make the finals of the Pro Tour, you're getting the deck case, you're getting 3 of the sets and all that sort of stuff. And then if you win, you get the Champion Soul Core, the deck case, you get 3 of the sets, 2 of the packs. I'm kind of shocked you're not getting 4 of the packs, but whatever. And you get an uncut sheet, which I think is really, really cool, of all the alternate art and X-Rares from the set. I think this is really, really cool. This is a really neat prize. This is something that, again, probably players, if you're trying to liquidate it for cash, I would look to Japan rather than English. So this is the Pro Tour, and again, it seems like invites to Worlds are going to pass down. So I think especially on the Pro Tour stage, we might see this get easier as time goes on. If players are qualifying for multiple of these and those invites are going to get passed down, if all you care about is an invite, that might be a little bit easier if you try in the final season than in the first season, because I do expect this first season to be quite sweaty. It's also a format that I'm not too fond of. It's kind of just pure potluck on whether you guess what people are taking and you bring the right deck to counter it. It's very rock, paper, scissors. Yellow beats white, white beats red, red beats yellow, and then you've got purple just sucking. I'm being overly harsh on purple. It's probably not as bad as I'm saying, but I do think it's the worst color. So yeah. But anyway, now let's finally take a look at Worlds. Actually, I guess quickly, let's say, so we have confirmed set 2 is coming out July 28th. And of course, we've seen the yearly event schedule. The NA Pro Tour is scheduled for July, so we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, Worlds, the World Championship. So what are you getting here? Confirmed January 2024. I don't think we have an exact date. We just have January. We don't even have the pricing. We just have 250 grand worth of cash pricing. If you win Worlds, you're getting 100k. If you get top 64, you're getting a grand. So Worlds will be again 100. I think Worlds is 96 people, I think. Because the top 32 from each Pro Tour are qualifying. So, yep, it's 96 people. So basically, if you're in the top 2/3, you're going to be walking home with a grand. I do kind of wish they just upped the pricing a little bit, so just gave everyone who shows up a grand, so their travel's basically paid for, but it is what it is. So that is a breakdown of how this tournament season is going to work. Let's now quickly take a look at the first event, and just very quickly discuss that, because there have been some videos by the Eggman and Cosmic who have gone into far more detail on the deck lists, and I think you should just go watch those guys for their coverage of this event. It's kind of pointless to me to cover it now because it's an old meta, and we're moving on to the meta with promos, which were not legal for this event. So of course it's important to have context if you're just getting into the game. I'm not saying their videos are not very important. They are very important, but at this point they're out there, and I'm not going to add anything significant to the conversation. So here we have the top 16 deck lists, and we can see Yellow finally getting some respect. People figured out God Beast was pretty good about a week after the like a week or so after the launch events. Actually, to be fair, I think people had known for a little while, but it was a horrible meta call into launch events because red was very obviously good, and so was purple, and both of those colors like dumpstered yellow. This was your white counter. So we can see here the top 16 was 5 Fabled Beasts, 4 red Pterosaurs, 3 white aggro, 2 white control, 1 purple aggro, and 1 purple control. And we can see that red Pterosaur took it, white aggro came second, red Pterosaur and yellow Fabled Beast got top 4, and top 8 was Fabled Beast, white control, purple control, and Fabled Beast. So Fabled Beasts really showing up big time in the top echelons of this event. Top 8 is a fantastic result, and congratulations to all of the players here. I don't, again, go watch Cosmic's and Eggman's video for detailed breakdowns of these decks. I'll be covering the upcoming Grand Opens and Pro Tours in much more detail, because those are, that's like a representation of the entire format moving forward, whereas this is old now and the format's changing thanks to the new promos. So, overall, that's basically a breakdown of how this season is going to work in terms of the competitive side of the game. Is it worth trying? I think so. The Palm Springs event, again, only had 130 players. So, getting a qualification for the Pro Tour was really not that tough. Basically a quarter of people who showed up got it, right? Which is a pretty good rate. It's sort of, if you put in the effort to learn the game and you've been testing, you should be pretty cool. This is not me saying you can just rock up with like anything and you'll just qualify. This is me saying you should feel confident knowing that if you invest time into getting good at Battle Spirit Saga, you should get rewarded and you should be qualifying for these events. If you are going to be at the EU Pro Tour, the EU events during set 2, hit me up. I'll be there. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to any others, and I guess I'll try and make it to one during the set 1 season, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. But if you have any questions about this whole season, tips and tricks or whatever, let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel for more Battle Spirit Saga content. Of course, do check out my links in the description. I've got a Discord where I talk about all things card games, so if you're interested in Battle Spirit Saga, we can talk about it there. But that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and hope to see you in the next one. Cheers.